The Rose Delima William Henry Drummond, you can sew him up in a canvas sack, and row him overboard. You can wait till the ship she's comin' back, then bury him on the shore for dead man W, and he's dead for sure. Ain't good for nothing at all, and he'll stay on the place you put him till he hear dat bugle call dey say will sound on the list day W, and everything's going for pass away. But down on the Gulf of St. Lawrence W DC and the river meetin' off on St. Pierre de Miquelon, the children on the street can tell you story of Pierre Guillaume, the sailor of St. Yvon dat spring in the Rose Delima home after he's dead and gone. He was stretch him on the bed and he couldn't raise his head, so they place him near the window W where he can look below, and watch the schooner lie with her topmast on the sky, and oh, how mad it make him, oh Captain Barabo. For she's the finest boat that never was afloat from the harbor of St. Simon to the shore of Newfoundland. She can almost dance a reel, and the seashell on her keel wall. You count them very easy on the finger of your hand. But the season's flying fast, and the fall is nearly past, and the little Rose Delima she's doing nothing dear, only pulling on her chain, and wishing once again she was W where the blackfish tumble, and jump upon the air. But who can take her out? For she's got the tender mouth like a trotter on the race course that's a me BBE run away if he's not use handle, so an old Captain Barabo was the only man can sail her, that's W at they often say. And now he's lying dear, W where the breezes blow his hair, and he's hearing every morning the Rose Delima call, sayin', Amperson quo. Come along with me, and we'll off across the sea, for I'm lonesome waiting for you, Captain Paul. Amperson quo. On the coasty shore we hear the breaker roar, and reef of dead man's island too we know, but we never miss the way, no matter night or day, the Rose Delima schooner and Captain Barabo. Amperson quo. The captain cry out then, so the houses shake again, Amperson quo. Come here, and quickly, my daughter Virginie, and let me hold your hand, for so long as I can stand I'll take the Rose Delima, and sail her off to sea. Amperson quo. Amperson quo. No, my fader dear, you're better stay in here till the cherries show her blossom on the spring, for the loon he's flying south and the fall is nearly out, W and the will bird of the north is on the wing. Amperson quo. But fader dear, I know the man can go below with little Rose Delima on street. Pierre de Miquelon, his name is Pierre Guillaume, and he'll bring the schooner home till she's rowing single quote out her anchor on the port of St. Simon. Amperson quo. Amperson quo. Hectares. Ma Virginie, it is not hard to see you like that smart young sailor man your single quote F. I suppose he love you too, but I told you W at I do W and I have some little talk with him me's single quote F. Amperson quo. So call him up the stair and quo. And W and he's standing dear, the captain say, Amperson quo. Young feller, you see how sick I be? The poor old Barabo has not very much below beside the Rose Delima, and his daughter Virginie. Amperson quo. And I know your fader well, he's fine man too, Noel, and his name was comin' often on my prayer. And if your sailor blood she's only half as good, you can sail the Rose Delima from here to any W here. Amperson quo. You love ma Virginie? Well, if you promised me you bring the little schooner safely home from St. Pierre de Miquelon to the port of St. Simon, you can marry on my daughter, Pierre Guillaume. Amperson quo. And Pierre he answered then, Amperson quo. Ma fader was your friend, and it's true your daughter Virginie I love. Dat schooner she'll come home, or my name's not Pierre Guillaume, I swear by all the angel up above. Amperson quo. So the will bird going out south, see her shake the canvas out, and soon the Rose Delima she's flying down the bay, and poor young Virginie so long as she can see keep watching on dat schooner till at last she's gone away. Ho! For Gaspé Cliff W single quote and the wind is blowing stiff, ho! For Anticosti W air bone of dead man lie. The sailor Semetier. God help the big ship dear if they come too near the island W and the wave she's running high. It's lucky to and he know the where he ought to go, it's lucky to the star above, he know dem every one for God he make the star, was shining up so far, so he trust no other compass, young Pierre of Saint Yvonne. And the schooner sail away past Wolf Island and Cape Ray, where the big wave fight each other round the head of Old Point Blank only getting pleasant wind. Till she took the canvas in and dropped the anchor over on Saint Pierre de Miquelon. We were glad to see some more, the girl upon the shore, and Jean Barbette was keeping Hotel de Sans Ouchie. He's also glad we come, 'cause we make dear after hum. And we're staying dear, ma foi. We spent the money free. But Captain Pierre Guillaume might use as well be home, for he done single quote he forget his sweetheart and old man Barabo, and so he stay on board, and 50 girl or more or less they haul him on the bowline, they could not make him go. Wall. We were working hard on fast, and the cargo's on at least 200 cask of whiskey, defines on the whirl. So goodbye to Miquelon, and hurrah for Saint Simon, and au revoir to Jean Barbette, and on single quote he forget the girl. You can hear the schooner sing, and she open out her wings so glad to feel the slapping of the sea wave on her breast she did not listen no tam, but travel use the sam, as the small bird and he's flying on the evening to his nes single quote. But her sail's not blowing out with the warm breeze out the south, and it's not too easy telling where the snowflake meet the foam stretching out on every side, all across the gulf so wide and the north ashes when his chasing the Rose Delima home. And we're flying once again past the Isle of Madeleine, and away for Anticosti we let the schooner go like a racehorse on the track. We could never hold her back, she me hear him calling her, oh Captain Barabo. But we were catching it one night and the star go out of sight for the storm that's waiting for us, come before we know it's dear, and it blows near the coast ere they leave the sailors goes on the shore of Dead Man's Island till they almost filled the air. So the captain took the wheel, and it make the schooner feel use the sam as old man Barabo is working dear has single quote f well she know it's life or deed, so she's fighting hard for wait for with all them wave a choking her, it's little she got left. Den the biggest sea of all, standing up dear like a wall come along and sweep the little Rose Delima frying aft and above the storm a cry, amperson quo. Help, mon Dieu. Before I die. Amperson quo. And dear's no one on the wheelhouse, and we hear them spirit laugh. They're looking for dead man, and they're shouting all they can done single quote he matter all the pile they got they want and odor one, and now they're laughing loud, for out of all the crowd they got no finer sailor boy than Pierre of Saint Yvonne. But look dear on the wheel. It's that was seemed to steal from nowhere, out of nothing, till it reached the pilot's place and steered the rudder too. Like the captain used to do so like the captain's body, so like the captain's face. But well enough we know the poor boy's gone below, ere his bone will join the odor on the place ere dead man be, and we only see phantom of young Captain Pierre Guillaume that sailed the Rose Delima all night along the sea. So we help him all we can, keep the schooner off the land ere bad spirit work the current that was pulling us inside, but we fooled them all at less. And we know the dangers past and the sun come out and fin us floating on the morning tide. So the captain's work is done, and next day the schooner run with the sail all hanging round her, to the port of Saint Simon. That's the way young Pierre Guillaume bring the Rose Delima home to Rue de Will and stormy weather from Saint Pierre de Miquelon. And the little Virginie never look upon the sea since the time the Rose Delima's coming home, for she's left the world on all. But pen the convent wall she done single quote to forget her fader and poor young Pierre Guillaume.